Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We're going to continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on Canto 4, Chapter 7, Text 21. And are you able to see the screen all right?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you. Vakshasya Tishrita Vadurvanamali Uddara
Vakshasi adishrita vadurvana mali udara
Asavaloka Kalaya Ramayamscha
Asaval
Vishwam
asavaloka
Asavaloka
kalaya
Kalaya
kalayamscha
Ramayanskavi
vishwam
Parshva Brahmatvya Janachamara Hamsaha
Parshva Brahmadya Vyajana Chamara
Raja
Rajahansan
Shveta Tapatra Shashino Parirajyamanaha
Shveta
Shveta
patra
Patra Shashino
sashino
Parirajyamana.
parirajyamanaha.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Samishla Prabhupada. Lord Vishnu looked extraordinarily beautiful because the goddess of fortune and a garland was situated on his chest. His face was beautifully decorated with a smiling attitude which can captivate the entire world, especially the devotees. Fans of white hair appeared on both sides of the Lord like white swans, and the white canopy overhead looked like the moon. So there's so much description about the Lord. The smiling face of Lord Vishnu is pleasing to the whole world. Not only devotees, but even non-devotees are attracted by such a smile. You know, when we look at the deity in the mood of a service, in the mood of appreciation, then we can really appreciate the smile of the Lord. This verse nicely describes how the sun, moon, eight-petal lotus flower, and humming black bees were represented by the fans of hair, the overhead canopy, the moving earrings on both sides of his face, and his blackish hair. So such beautiful description is given. His black hair is compared to the bees, the face is compared. Then there is the eight-petal lotus flower overhead, the moving earrings, the sun and the moon. Which was the sun and the moon? Looked like the canopy. The canopy is looking like the sun and the moon together. And then the fans of white hair. That looks like the chamaras, no? It looks like the white swans. So there's such a beautiful description. Altogether accompanied by the conch shell, wheel, club, lotus flower, bow, arrows, shield, and sword in hands. These presented a grand and beautiful audience for Lord Vishnu, which captivated all the demigods there, including Daksh and Lord Brahma. So the Lord is the most beautiful. And the goddess of fortune and a garland situated on his chest. So the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, is always present on the chest of Lord Narayan in the form of Srivatsa. It's like a white silver hair or a line. That's the representation of Lakshmi Devi. She never leaves the chest of the Lord, and he has a beautiful garland. So such a beautiful person, such a loving person, and yet we say that he does not exist. That's what is offensive, no? Okay. Tam upagatam alakshya
Alakshya
sarve suraganadayah
Sarvesvaraganadaya
pranemo sahastotha saha sothaya
Pranemo Sahasotthaya
Brahmendra Trak Yakshanayakaha.
Brahmendra
Traya
Shanaya.
As soon as Lord Vishnu was visible, all the demigods, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, the Gandharvas, and all present there immediately offered their respectful obeisances by falling down straight before him. So we can see that Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, all the great demigods were already there in the assembly. They were already there in the sacrifice. But as soon as Lord Vishnu appeared, they are all offering obeisances to him, showing the super excellent position of the Lord, that he's even greater than Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. And that's the reason they are offering Dandavat. They are obeisance by falling down straight before him, means like Dandavat Pranam, falling down like a rock. It appears that Lord Vishnu is the Supreme Lord, even of Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, what to speak of the demigods. So many people don't understand because, many people say, oh, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they're all the same. No, but here can show the supreme position of Lord Vishnu, that he is greater even than Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. That's the reason they're offering the Dandavat to him. It is stated in a prayer, Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha. All the demigods worship Lord Vishnu. Similar. Ordinary human beings, we want some material sense gratification. We have material desires, so we go to the demigods. We may go to Ganeshji, or we may go to Durga Devi, we may go to Lord Shiva. The whole family is very popular. Many people like to approach them because they're easy to give benedictions. But who are they worshipping? Who is who is Ganeshji worshipping, or who is Lord Shiva worshipping, or who is Durga Devi worshipping? They're all worshipping Krishna. Lord Shiva is always meditating on Sankarshan, on Lord Vishnu. Ganeshji he is always worshipping Lord Krishna, Lord Nishingadev. He's getting his powers from Lord Nishingadev. Ganeshi is called Vigna Vinash, right? He removes all the Vigna. But who gives him, I'm sorry, Vignaharta.
Yeah.
Vignaharta, thank you. So who is giving him his powers of removing the obstacles? He's getting it from Lord Nishingadev. Lord Nishingadev is the Vigna Vinash, removing all the obstacles. And Ganesh is getting his powers from him. Durga Devi, she's so powerful. She's so powerful. She is the personification of this material energy that we are so attracted to. But who is she serving? Why is she doing all? What is she doing? Because that's her service to Krishna. So this is what it is. So all the demigods worship Krishna. Lord Brahma, he's singing the beautiful, beautiful Brahma Samhita, and he keeps saying, Govindam Adi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. So Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surayaha. Vishnu is there for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even though Lord Shiva was previously referred to in prayers by Lord Brahma as the Supreme, when Lord Vishnu appeared, Shiva also fell prostrated before him to offer respectful obeisances. So Prabhupada is bringing to our attention earlier when Lord Shiva was angry and the demigods went to Brahma, and then Brahmaji and demigods went to Kailash, and he was glorifying Lord Shiva. So Brahmaji was referring to Lord Shiva as the supreme controller of the material world. But here we can see that even Lord Shiva is offering dandavats to Lord Vishnu. So, when everyone says, oh, everything is the same, everyone is the same, doesn't matter, you pray to Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, or Lord Vishnu, it's all the same. No, it's not all the same. It's not all the same. Only God is God. Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna is God, and each and every one of us, everyone else, is subordinate to him. Tatejasa hataruchaha.
Tejashataruchaha.
Sanajivaha sasadavasa saha.
Sanajivasasadasaha.
Murdhna dhritanjali putta.
Murdana Ritanjali Puta.
Upathastur adokshajam.
Tattu Adhikshajam.
Patastudokshajam.
In the presence of the glaring effulgence of the bodily luster of Narayan, everyone else's luster faded away, and everyone stopped speaking. Fearful with awe and veneration, all present touched their hands to their heads and prepared to offer their prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Adhokshaja. Adhokshaja is Krishna. He's the Supreme Lord. He's beyond our senses. He's transcendental. He's called Adhokshaja. He's transcendental, and there's so much effulgence coming from him. He's the origin of the Brahma Jyoti. The Brahma Jyoti, everyone, majority of the people think, oh, God is light. Well, that is just a partial feature. The light, where is the light coming from? It's coming from God Himself, from the body of God, as we can see here. So God is a person, and the light is coming from His body, the glaring effulgence. Did anyone want to comment anything on what we have read till now?
All clear.
Api arvag vritayo yasya.
Api arvak vrittayo yasya.
Mahitva atma bhuv adayaha.
Mahitva atma bhuv adaya.
Yatha mati grananti sma.
Yata mati granantis.
Krishna.
Pratanur graha vigraham.
Kritanugraha vigraham.
Although the mental scope of even demigods like Brahma was unable to comprehend the unlimited glories of the Supreme Lord, they were all able to perceive the transcendental form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by His grace. Only by such grace could they offer their respectful prayers according to their different capacities. So here the unlimited nature of the Lord is being pointed out. The Lord is unlimited, His form is unlimited, His glories are unlimited. So how are the demigods able to see Him? By the grace of the Lord. Because He's unlimited, He can reveal Himself to us. That is the meaning of being unlimited, that there is no limit to what He can do. We may say, oh, God is unlimited. So how can He take up a form which we can see? But that's the meaning of unlimited, means He can do anything and everything. Then nobody can put a limit to Him. If we try to understand logically, because many people say, no, God is unlimited, so He cannot have a form that can be seen. But if we are saying He's unlimited, we cannot put a limit to what He can do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's why it said, by His grace, by the grace of the Lord, they were able to see His form. And His glories are unlimited. It said that Ananta Shesh, who's holding all these innumerable material universes, he's holding on his thousands and thousands of hoods. So he has thousands of mouths. Because he has thousands of hoods, he has thousands of mouths. Since time immemorial, he has been speaking the glories of the Lord. But till today, he's not reached an end to the glories. Why? Because the glories of the Lord are unlimited. Krishna's glories are unlimited. That is His nature. And by His grace, by the grace of Lord Vishnu, they were able to offer prayers. So like Dhruv Maharaj also, when Lord Vishnu appeared to Dhruv Maharaj, a boy of just 5 years old, when Lord Vishnu touched the conch shell to his head, then Dhruv Maharaj was able to offer such beautiful prayers to the Lord. Otherwise, how can we get the, the devotion, the love to be able to offer a prayer which is suitable for the Lord? It's by His grace. The Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, is always unlimited, and His glories cannot be completely enumerated by anyone, even by a personality like Lord Brahma. It is said that Ananta, a direct incarnation of the Lord, has unlimited mouths, and with each mouth he has been trying to describe the glories of the Lord for an unlimited span of time. Yet the glories of the Lord remain unlimited, and he therefore never finishes. It is not possible for any ordinary living entity to understand or to glorify the unlimited personality of Godhead, but one can offer prayers or service to the Lord according to one's particular capacity. So, whatever tiny capacity we have, we offer that to Krishna. We cannot expect that we can completely understand Krishna, we can completely glorify Krishna. No, we are infinitesimal, we are tiny, 1/10,000, the tip of a hair. So our capacity is that much. And Krishna, he is unlimited. This capacity is increased by the service spirit. Sevan mukhehi jivado means that the service of the Lord begins with the tongue. So when we serve the Lord, then Prabhupada is pointing out that the capacity increases because the service to the Lord is transcendental, it's not material. It's the relationship between the soul and Krishna. So this refers to chanting. By chanting Hare Krishna, one begins the service of the Lord. Another function of the tongue is to taste and accept the Lord's prasad. We have to begin our service to the unlimited with the tongue and become perfect in chanting and accepting the Lord's prasad. Sevan mukhehi jivado. So how can we serve the unlimited? Because Krishna is unlimited. We are limited. How do we serve the unlimited? We begin our service to the unlimited with our tongue. And what is that? By chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and by accepting the prasad which has been offered to the Lord, to accept the Lord's prasad. To accept the Lord's prasad means to control the entire set of senses. The tongue is considered to be the most controllable sense because it hankers for so many unwholesome eatables, thereby forcing the living entity into the dungeon of material conditional life. So our tongue, we have desire to eat all kinds of foods, so many foods. But Prabhupada is pointing out that we can control the tongue. And if we are able to control the tongue, all our senses will be controlled. If we are able to control what we eat and we are able to chant, automatically we will be able to control our eyes, our ears, our mind, all the senses. And that is if we are having Krishna Prasad, because automatically, if we are accepting Krishna Prasad, then it has, first of all, the food is in the mode of goodness. It's been prepared in the mode of goodness. It's been prepared with devotion. So then it's even beyond goodness. It's on the level, it's on the transcendental platform. Transcendental platform. As the living entity transmigrates from one form of life to another, he has to eat so many abominable foodstuffs, and finally, there is no limit. The tongue should be engaged in chanting and in eating the Lord's prasad so that the other senses will be controlled. So Prabhupada is pointing out here, we may think that this one life, this is all in all, that we are a human being and that's it. We forget that we are the soul and we keep changing our bodies. Sometimes we are in the body of a human being, but we have also been in bodies of dogs and hogs. And in the body of dogs and hogs, we can see what they eat, all kinds of abominable food stuff. So we have eaten all that. So there is no limit to what we can taste and eat. But the tongue should be engaged in chanting and in eating the Lord's prasad so that the other senses will be controlled. Chanting is the medicine and prasad is the diet. When we go to the doctor, we have a disease, the doctor will give us a medicine. He'll say, take this. He'll say, take it 3 times a day or whatever. And then he'll say, okay, in your diet, you eat this, 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 don't eat this, this, this. Similarly, right now we are in a diseased condition. What is our disease? We have forgotten our true identity. We are thinking we are the body. We have this disease, the bodily disease. We are thinking we are the body. We are thinking we are matter. We have forgotten we are spirit souls, eternal parts and parcel of Krishna. So how can we rectify this disease? The medicine is to chant the Hare Krishna, and the diet is to accept Krishna's prasad. With these processes, one can begin his service, and as the service increases, the Lord reveals more and more to the devotee. So it is, Krishna says, Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stateva bhajami aham. To the degree we surrender, to that degree Krishna reveals himself to us. So the more we serve Krishna, the more we will be able to understand Krishna by Krishna's grace. We cannot force Krishna. I want to see you, you come and stand before me. Why? Krishna is not our servant. You know, we order Krishna, you do this for me. Krishna, you dance for me. Why? Is Krishna our servant? No, he's not. We are the servants of Krishna. So we have to serve Krishna. And how do we serve? We begin this service by chanting Krishna's names and by eating Krishna Prasad. Eating Krishna Prasad, honoring Krishna Prasad is also service. It's service to Krishna. We are enjoying, we are eating, but actually it's a service. That's why devotional service is joyfully performed. And with this, what happens? Krishna reveals himself more and more. We are more and more able to understand Krishna, Krishna's position. After all, we have an eternal relationship with Krishna. Each and every one of us has the most important relationship, and that is with Krishna. So, but there is no limit to his glories, and there is no limit to engaging oneself in the service of the Lord. So we are limited, but when we engage in service to the Lord, there is no limit. There is no limit to engaging oneself in the service of the Lord. A living entity can serve the Lord unlimitedly. You can expand your services, you can do more and more and more and more. Why? Because it's on the absolute platform. It's on the absolute platform. It's between the soul and Krishna. And Krishna's glories can never be, we can never say, okay, now I finished speaking Krishna's glories. No, there'll be always more glories. More, always ever expanding, ever increasing. Is that okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Did
They said
anyone
this
want to
human
add?
birth is so precious, and we should not just waste it like that. See, the animals, they can't even chant. True. Yeah. And they can't eat even prasad. Like how we have a chance. Right.
Yes. So true. Yes, so true. Yeah. So we hear and chant, and we encourage others to hear and chant so they can make their lives successful. Thank you. Thank you for pointing out such a important thing, importance of human life. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktavind ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.